calling the families now. It will be a pleasure to do that. The Foley family, who I know, we'll be calling Kayla's family. What he did to her was incredible. It's a well-known story, and I'm not going to say it, but you know that. He kept her in captivity for a long period of time. He kept her in his captivity, his personal captivity. She was a beautiful woman, beautiful young woman. Helped people. She was there to help people. And he saw her, and he thought she was beautiful. And he brought her into captivity for a long period of time, and then he killed her. He was an animal, and he was a gutless animal. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Very great day for our country.
Okay, you heard the President of the United States describing in vivid detail the takedown of the terror leader Al-Baghdadi. To recap, a top-secret mission resulting in a major victory for the United States, for President Trump and the U.S. military. Do not miss that he also talked about how we gained intelligence on the ground there that could be very helpful in the days ahead. He had a very sober tone, but also almost seemed to be trying to humiliate the terrorists, a different tone than we've heard from previous presidents, revealing that he watched this play out, the president, live in real time through a video feed in the White House Situation Room. He talked about U.S. forces being on the ground for 2 hours, and that al-Baghdadi was chased down by dogs in a cave before detonating a suicide vest. And the president said, and you see the picture there in the Situation Room with Vice President Pence, Secretary Esper, various generals, the Joint Chiefs. The president said that al-Baghdadi died whimpering, crying, and screaming all the way.
Quote directly from the president, "These savage monsters will not escape their fate." I found his statement to be, it wasn't vague, it wasn't ambiguous, it was very detailed, it was very direct. In describing al-Baghdadi, he described him as screaming, crying, whimpering, sick, depraved, vicious, violent coward. Did not mince words. Obviously a big contrast tonally here between Donald Trump and President Obama, who was criticized heavily many times for his approach to discussing issues of terrorism. There's a very, very strong statement that should unify the country, both left and right, on this issue.
Yeah, he started out by saying last night was a great night for the U.S. and the world.
That's right.
Absolutely. And he took the time to remind the world, as you said, of the savagery of ISIS, the chopping off of heads, the raping of women, the burning in cages. And he described watching it like he was watching a movie from the Situation Room. We just got that photo. But the description, running into a dead-end tunnel, as you said, whimpering, screaming, crying. 11 children saved, but ultimately Baghdadi dead because of courage.
Bottom line, the president said he's not changing his policy of pulling out U.S. troops.
Right.
He seemed to suggest he was vindicated, and he said that the bottom line is there's going to be a relentless pursuit of terrorists. Our reach, the president said, is very long. Thanks for joining us all morning. We want to pass the baton now to our colleague Maria Bartiromo for Sunday Morning Futures. Thank you for joining us.